Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be back. Um, you know what? I know that I've said that it seemed like I was gonna make videos a little more frequently than maybe once every 8 or 9 months. A baby could have been conceived and born, probably. Maybe. I. It's up to me, I guess, when I release this. When I finish it. I've already been procrastinating it for quite a long time, probably over 2 weeks. And, you know, first I chose this topic because I thought it was topical, and also nobody would probably care enough to talk about it. So I'd be fresh, I'd be a little trailblazer. Needless to say, of course, it's not hot anymore. But here I am anyways. I'll talk about it anyways. I did write the script, I just never bothered to read it. And, or put myself out here talking. Anyways, regardless, this video is about AI videos. AI videos featuring this character called Fiveish. Here he is on screen right now. Look at that handsome face. Um, Fiveish is a character, a mascot, by a group called URA, which Wikipedia says is a Jewish outreach organization with the goal of awakening Jewish children and their families to their heritage. That really has no bearing on the rest of the topics, but, that's what the character is. And how I first was exposed to this character was through Instagram Reels, the best place to be exposed to anything. These videos were made by a creator named Prognoz Pagati 69. I'll just refer to him as Prog from now on. And these videos were usually some of those like content farm videos with like Chinese to English back and forth translations being like spouted by this dollar. And of course it was absurd. And to me, a lot of the humor came from the stumbling over words or the delivery of this jumbled mess of translated material. By no means did I think it was high quality stuff, but it made me chuckle once or twice. And soon, a copycat account popped up. To me, these videos were a little less appealing. They seemed less like AI nonsense, gerbled garbage, and more like tweaked scripts meant to please Instagram, with like sexual jokes or pop culture references. Nothing terrible, really, but the issue came when the copycat Yap Dollar started gaining more traction than Prague. And by more traction, I mean quite a bit more. I believe the follower count was like 70,000 for Prague and 200,000 or so for the Yap Dollar. Pretty good numbers. But while I didn't think the Yap Dollar was funnier, his page had a lot more mass appeal. There are a lot more purposeful stutterings, ums and ahs, like that. And a lot more cussing and pop culture or sexual references that genuine content farms that were originally being used or parodied would like never use. To me, it took some of the magic out. But it was a bunch of stuff that Instagram loves, as opposed to some like absurdist parody approach. The discrepancy in attention, however, and the discrepancy in quality, really pissed Prague off. Yap Dollar had originally said, not said, but he had listed Prague in his bio. Hey, I've inspired by Prague. Here's his page. He's a funny guy. But Prague later demanded that his name be removed from this unholy bastard page. He was pissed off. He said, "Hey, your content is shit. You're a shit person. Die. Get my name out of there." And I'm not exaggerating. He did like post some comments and like some other comments about, Yap Dollar's death. Obviously hyperbolic, but still shows this guy was a big time hater. He even he was posting about removing and or blocking all of them. Yeah, every single Yap Dollar follower. Which is pretty crazy. I mean, to want to block hundreds of thousands of people. But whatever, I wanted to see what other people were thinking. What other people were saying, especially to Prague on his page, posting all this, like, pretty hateful stuff. To my surprise, everyone was really supportive. Everyone was saying, like, yeah, Yap Dollar sucks. Yap Dollar shouldn't be on Instagram. You were plagiarized to hell and back. Which I thought was really funny. I mean, like, in my opinion, it's like you said a joke, some other fool said the joke a little louder, and everyone laughs at him instead of you. Except that your joke is predicated on AI and a 3D model you didn't make and a character you don't own. But regardless, I wanted to say something myself. And I soon found out why all the comments were positive. I said something to the effect of, wow, it's taking a big ego to try and claim a copyrighted character speaking nonsense as your original product. I was blocked within minutes. Glad to know he listened, but a little ridiculous to be blocked in minutes by this larger creator, I guess. Actually, I had the idea to make a Steamboat Willie horror film first, so get in line, chump. So, but now I'm sure you know what I think. I think Prague was posting rather low-effort videos using a 3D model he did not create of a character he does not own, using a generated artificial voice that was not his. And while I originally liked his content, and thousands of others did, it was by no means groundbreaking or original. And seeing someone so pressed about another person stealing their derivation of something original really took me back to like Facebook, where I used to roleplay, and people were real how to say it? My OC, do not steal. It took me back to those days. And, since I thought about it for more than 5 minutes, I figured, hey, this is good enough to write about. This is good enough for me to talk about. Probably no one else would even give a shit about this guy or these Yap Dollars. But again, I procrastinated so long, so very long. This is not topical. And maybe a shock to all, Ura actually took down both of the accounts. Both Yap Dollar and Prognos Pagati were taken down by Ura because they were using their original character. They were using 3D models ripped from their thing. So yeah, they got taken down for copyright infringement. And I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, come on, you're spouting, hey, this is my original content, this is my original idea, you're a piece of shit for stealing it, and now your whole page gets nuked because you were stealing someone else's original character. Real silly stuff. Just wish he would have been a little humble. Wish he would have just stayed in his fucking lane, said, hey, congrats for making something that appeals to more people. I like what I'm doing. I like my little niche. But yeah, silly little inconsequential thing I wanted to talk about. Wanted to get out here and start talking and make more videos. even if they're low effort and low quality, I think it's fun to see my character bouncing up and down the screen, and I like talking. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to, even throughout school and work, I'll be able to put out more stuff. I'll probably, after this video, post a video of me talking not like myself. This is my voice. This is how I would talk if I'm presenting something. But on screen, that's not me. Yeah, I don't actually have horns and gray skin. So, Plevel would be replacing his N's with Enyas and be talking a little bit more obnoxiously. So I want to experiment with how that would sound, with how that would come across, and if anyone would even like that, or if they would just click off the screen immediately.
Not gonna lie, listening to this for the same amount of time would not be as good.
But maybe it would be. Maybe that's the niche that I need to conquer. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for looking. Thank you for staying here. I know there was like one of you who subscribed from my last video, so if you see this, hey, I'm back, baby. Yeah, anyways, I don't have much else to say. You might be thinking that I could win this battle here on my left, but I don't. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Anyways, have good times, have good binds, have good lines. Okay, getting this poison was crazy though. Like, it could have changed everything. It could have changed everything if I was able to protect Stall, but I wasn't.